Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to round 5 of our season 6 coverage of IRC F1. With me tonight is one of our fastest drivers in the Tier 1 grid and in our community. Say hello, Eccentric.
Hello, everybody. Hello, Kapil. How nice of you to describe me in that way. Whatever he's saying is not true, but yes, I appreciate it.
Well, alrighty. So we are here at the fifth round of the championship. It's back again with the main event of the weekend. But you know what? I can't say that this time around because there has been a lot of activity in and around the Indian racing community this time around. We've had it's round 13 of ACC where Prakarwats was officially announced the season 2 champion of the ACC season. So congratulations to him. We also finished our first series of Assetto Corsa with our 90s DTM championship. So that was also a fantastic round, finishing off his Snettertons. A lot of participants there. So yeah, a lot of banging events going around the weekend, and I can't think of anything better than to finish off with a lovely tier 2 crowd here tonight. So before we begin, let's do a quick rewind of what happened last time around here, and we'll go from there.
Yep, absolutely.
Dubbed the Desert Coliseum, the Sakir circuit serves as the battleground of choice for the Bahrain Grand Prix. Opened in 2004, this 5.4-kilometer circuit with its 3 DRS zones is a mecca of speed. But with a medley of tricky corners littered throughout, this track is not one to be taken lightly. Let's see where Circuit Paul Ricard sets the stage for round 5 at the French Grand Prix. Reintroduced to the F1 calendar in 2018, this 5.8-kilometer circuit is notable for its vivid tarmac runoffs, which wear down tires if track limits are abused, the unique narrow layout, and the mighty Mistral straight, and will prove to be a high-speed test for the drivers. Let's look at some noteworthy encounters during Season 5's race at Paul Ricard. The mighty Mistral straight leads into a fast right-hander, often overlooked as a passing opportunity, but some drivers look at any corner as an opportunity to be seized as the battle moves towards the double right-hander at turn 11. Turn 12 will prove to be the necking point as cars will often bang wheels in the narrowest part of the circuit. And the toe coming onto the Mistral straight will make all the difference as drivers open their DRS and fly past the cars ahead into the hard braking zone at the chicane.
Whew, a lot of slippery conditions, a wet to dry transition of a race last time around. Chris Bay and Charles battling it out in the lead. Well, think times have changed, but let's have a look at how things are right now with the current driver and constructor standings. Uh, if you would be so kind, eccentric, walk us over how the current standings look like.
Yeah, coming to the driver standings, we have RB Ferralo quite comfortably in the lead at 73 points, and then we have Evil Doc in 48 and Cryptid in 40. Then we have BK19, Speedless, Monk, Avi Gone Rogue, Faizan, Chicken, and Harry Rocks, and that is the top 10 for the drivers. Coming to the constructors, we have Red Bull Racing with just a single point advantage over Alfa Romeo, who are on 78 points. Then Alfa Tauri, Mercedes, Ferrari, Haas, Racing Point, Renault, Williams, and finally, with only 1 point, we have McLaren down in 10th place.
Yeah, the battle is so spicy in the constructor standings. I mean, just 1 point out of 4 races. Pretty much RB Ferrello carrying the team so far. Just 6 points from the other driver. But damn, there is a really close a battle up front, and I think it's gonna be even better. It's gonna get even sweeter with the coming weeks. So yeah, awesome for that. Thank you so much. This is jumping back. Let me just have a quick look at the grid. Yes, they are just about getting underway. So we're going to be moving in just a second. But eccentric, before then, what are your thoughts? Who's going to take away at least from the performances so far, who do you think is prime position to take the top step tonight?
Well, I think France is one track where strategy is really important. If you're outside the top 10, I'm pretty sure you should be starting on that hard compound. And if I think RB and the quick driver should be thinking about starting on the mediums if they're quick enough and get into the top 10. So I'd be really interesting to see who will get into that, who'll start on the mediums, and if you're outside the top 10, whether a driver start on the hards or on the mediums.
Yep. And I don't know if this is intentional or not, but both our tier 1 and tier 3 races had a huge collision in turn 1. So if history is anything to show by in season 6, there's a good chance that that's going to be expected here in tier 2 tonight. But let's see how that fares out, because it's time to move on to our game and then take it from there. So let's go.
Yep, absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, please drop in your predictions for quali. Who do you think will be on pole?
Alright, pretty much everyone's already left out. We've got 3 minutes already passed, so a good nice buffer until the action begins on track. Let me just get the data out real quick. And just let me know if all the data is visible, all good from your end.
Yep, everything is visible.
Alrighty. So looks like Abi will be the first one to start a flying lap. I don't really hear his engine, which is not good. So just give me 1 second. There we go. Okay, so walk us through the lap. Eccentric.
Yeah, going into turn 1, you don't want to go too deep as Abi did, because that's what will happen. You will invalidate on the exit of turn 2 and he'll have to go again. I think Monish is on the lap. Yes, coming out of turn 4, I believe it's very important to get a good exit. You can easily lose the car there, and down to the long DRS straight coming into the chicane. You want to use all the track on entry and cut the curb as much as possible. And Monish
That's
just
a bit of a
loses it a
slippery,
bit.
slidey exit there. I'm gonna be not too happy with that one.
It looks like the track is a bit green. He's catching catching the two drivers out.
What's the weather looking like in quali? We catch that?
Yep. Nope, I did not catch that. Sorry.
No worries. I'm not sure if I was enabled or not, but hey. So Freeze has got a purple first sector. Is that visible to you?
Yep, that is.
Alright, so he's looking pretty good right now, and a purple middle sector as well. Looking to be a good contender for the initial rides.
Yep, looking like Freeze will be the man to set our first tank on the board. Pretty clean lap so far.
If I may say so, he looks to be driving very much like our season 5 tier 1 champion, with that rocking the Renault livery. Deepak Raj goes on pole with a 30.1. Freeze immediately beats that by 8 tenths, almost 9 tenths of a second. That's a smashing lap, but the way he stopped at the end of it, that's a little funny, don't you think so?
Yep, I think he was just letting way of another car who was on outlet. Interesting way to leave way, but yes, no damage done.
Crazy Joe, just 3 tenths shy, goes into P2. Wow, this is already so close. This is great battling.
Yep, we are on board with Faizan right now, who is a new user of the wheel. I think he switched just 1 or 2 weeks back and is still getting the grips after switching from the controller.
Yep. Definitely made a big difference in the other leagues that he took part. Definitely could see that he has a lot more control over the car. So yeah, so far so good, but there's still a long way to go if he wants to earn the trust of his fellow drivers back again. Death Hunter and I believe that was Avi have finished their lap, going very very slow, but unnecessarily slow if you ask me. Kenny Pumpkin, Faizan's teammate, just finished his lap, goes into P2. Wow. Look, having said that, Freeze has been completely blown out of the water here. He's done a 29.2, but Rant, your Mr. Saturday himself, That's a 28.7. God damn. Where did that come from?
Yep, absolutely blistering lap there from IRC rank, but his problem has been in the race. He seems to have the pace on the in quali, but it's in the race where he seems to be spinning week in, week out.
Oh, look at
And
that. That's a
oh
lot
my
of.
dear lord.
That's a lot of confetti for RB Ferrello. Completely making a mockery of the circuit. Look at the lines. Wow.
Someone needs to tell him it's not no rules France. Absolutely disregarded where the circuit is.
You could say that again. Alright, Harry Rocks is now finishing the end of his second lap. Okay, I'm not sure. Yeah, he did finish 2 hot laps and he's moved up into P6. Good
Yep,
stuff.
Decent lap from Harry Rocks there, going up into P6.
I think Death Hunter is on another lap. I'm not sure if he's going to jump into the pits. Yes, he is. Let's go on to our new boy. I haven't heard much about him, but Shroud is our McLaren reserve replacing Electrib for this weekend. Do you know anything about him?
Nope, not really. Even I'm quite in the dark with respect to him.
Well,
Yeah, let's see how he fares today.
yep, if anyone in the chat knows anything about the caliber of racing that Shroud has, please definitely leave it. So yes, Propi.
Just a small update, the race is starting on wets. I think Eccentric forgot to check the weather in the beginning, but yeah, we do have rain in the beginning.
Oh la la, you heard it here first, folks. This is going to be a nice one. Alright, Shroud starting his lap, and that's the end of it. Good stuff. Alright, Rambo now beginning his and the end of his first hot lap. Rambo goes into P8. Good stuff. 29.6. Man, look at that. It's the midfield from Akash to Rambo. That's like 6 positions, all in the span of half a second. That's how close they are right now. That is amazing stuff.
Yep, it's extremely tight as we come to the end of the first round of hot laps, and we'll shortly be seeing all our drivers go for the second hot lap.
Alright, I'm going to take a quick break. I'm going to be just a cameraman for the next 5-10 minutes, but please carry on, Eccentric.
Yep, no worries. He's coming into the pitch shortly. Sure, no worries. It looks like he is going on a lap on those 3-lap old softs. Interesting to see. Let's see what time he can put on board. So as the Ponchu just updated, since the race is wet, I believe there will be no driver starting on those medium tires. I think it's just a blast to the finish line on those softs, seeing who can set the best time. Crazy Joe making his way around Sector 3, one of the few keyboard drivers we have in Tier 2 coming in. Oh, he goes, I think he abandons his lap and goes back into the pits. We have Avi starting his lap. I think he would like to see an improvement on his 30.9. Probably made a mistake somewhere. Coming towards turn 3 and turn 4, very clean indeed, and going into turn 5, bit of a lock up. But yeah, now it's all down to this important exit, and it goes a bit wide, but keeps it just within that white line, and it's a purple sector 1. Going into the chicane. Oh, he completely misses his braking point and goes extremely deep, and I think that's his lap completely compromised. Yep, he has switched off his ERS and will be looking to go for another run. Referee is diving into the pits. I think he invalidated his lap somewhere. But yes, Faizan also has invalidated, unfortunately. And I think he'll be looking to get back into the pits. But Akash has been on a blistering lap. 2 purple sectors coming across the line. Let's see what lap time he can put on the board. And he Oh, sorry. I think that was an outlap. Apologies. But yeah, he's starting his lap now, coming into turn 3. Pretty clean. And now this is the important exit, going onto the TRS zone. Using all of the track as you should. Very clean lap so far. Doesn't use all the curb and all the track there, but yes, very clean lap. And as I was mentioning, Evil Doc goes into P3 with a 29.1. Very good lap from Evil Doc, there, our veteran, one of the oldest members of IRC. I mean, when I say oldest, I mean in terms of age and not duration of time spent in IRC. My bad. And Akash coming into its second to last corner. Pretty clean lap so far. There was a purple sector 2 as well. As he crosses the line any moment. See what lap time it is. He goes P2 with a 28.8, and while we were on board with Akash, RB Ferraro went P2 for a moment there, but gets beaten by Akash by just 1 millisecond, and which drops him down to P3. Death Hunter, who has left the session, if we can get him back in, couple. And Harry Rocks invalidates at turn 3 and completely aborts his lap as we try to get Death Hunter back. Hopefully he can join back soon. There's been no respect shown towards the DRS boards or the off-track boards here, as everyone's been breaking them left, right, and center. As there are barely any boards there. Normally, you would see a lot more than that. Yep, with just over 4 minutes to go, we have Rant in provisional pole with a 28.7, and not far behind is Akash and RB Ferraro with a 28.8. Scary Pumpkin as well with a 28.8. So it's extremely tight within the top 10 and even below. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see who can get that lap that will take them both. Right now we're on board with Rambo, Faizan's ex-teammate, but now driving in the beautiful Red Bull car. See what lap time he can put on board. Finally, we have Death Hunter joining. Good to see him back. Rambo taking it a bit too cautiously into the final corner. Kind of cost him a bit there, but let's see what lap time he can do. And he does improve, but he still stays in P11 with 29.5. So Monish Banger, the Ferrari driver, I think is going to start his final flying lap. Currently, he is in P7 with a 29.3, and hopefully we're looking to improve as we see the Racing Point breaking another board there. Oh, and he completely cuts that, gets his turn all wrong, and he has to go around again and start another flying lap. But yeah, I think most of the drivers are coming around to start their final flying lap. As they're on board with Monk here, who is in P8 with 29.444. Pretty clean chicane there, decent exit as well. And he does do a personal best second sector, but he seems to have lost out a bit in the sector 1. Hopefully he can gain back a bit of time in sector 3, because track evolution is a big factor in France, as you can easily gain up to 2 or 3 tenths here. Very good second to last corner, and going all the way down to first gear for that extra rotation. Coming across the line. Let's see what time he does. He stays P8, does not improve on his lap. Pretty unfortunate for Monk. But we have RB Ferraro currently in P3 with a 28.875, just over a tenth off pole position, and he does a purple sector 2. Does not use all of the track there, but I think he's trying to play it safe, because I think he knows he is up on his time. He's coming around the final couple of corners, and Death Hunter, oh, that was extremely close. I think Death Hunter was not at all aware that RB was on a flying lap, and I think that has cost him a bit of time. Does it cost him? Yes, he does not improve. That basically cost him any improvement he was gonna make. Unfortunate for RB Ferraro there. But you have Scary Pumpkin on his final flying lap, who does a purple sector 1. He too is not far off pole. He's just over 1.5 tenths off pole. So let's see if he can. He's the one to snatch pole off Ran. Very clean chicane there. Good exit as well. He does do a personal best sector 2, so he is quite a bit up here, as we see Monk, who has retired, and I believe that is in the pits. But yes, quali is over, and let's see, and I think almost everyone is on a flying lap. Let's see where everyone finishes. Very clean second last corner, and going into the final corner. Good entry, good exit. Let's see where this lap puts Scary Pumpkin. And it does take him to provisional pole with a 28.4, just under 3 tenths quicker. Let's see what Evil Doc has to say to that. He is currently P6 with a 29.1, and I think we have been disconnected. Thank you, Codemasters. Just when everyone were about to cross the line for their final flying lap.
Excuse me? What's going on? Like, what is going on?
Try rejoining.
I am in the same. I am in the correct section. If people are reading up, what is happening?
Oh, what just happened?
I don't know what to do right
Did
now.
it just kick everyone back into
I am not
lobby?
the host. I don't have that privilege, and there is no such privilege to just stop the session like that. Codemaster was just like, you know what? Let's stop. Let's like rewind time and then start all over again. Now this is gonna be really, really annoying, because I don't know if you're gonna do quali again. So I think, wait, you're a tier 2 coordinator, right?
Yep, I'm in the chat right now, and it seems whatever happened to us happened to all the drivers. They were just kicked out of the lobby for no reason. So I think we will be redoing quali.
Do you want to do the entire quali? Do you want to do one shot quali? What do you want to do?
I believe we should do the whole quali. But let's see. We'll have a talk with the esports head as well.
So we've got short quali. I hope we have custom weather. It's still put in dynamic for whatever reason, which is not what we want. But stand by, folks. Technical difficulties. Cody is back at it again with another little lovely bug.
Yep. Sorry for the technical difficulties. We love your patience as we try to get things sorted here.
Apologies, folks. A lot of funny business going around in the game right now. I don't know. I have to actually take a second to explain everything that Cody's has just pulled under the rug for us. But just let me try to join in some lobby before that happens. So what happened? We had almost no time left at the end of Quali, like it was pretty much the end of it. And then Codemaster was just like, nah, let's do it again. And he just kicked everyone out of the session. Not just us, everyone out of the session. So we were taken back to the lobby because of, I believe, some permission access rights kind of thing. I don't know. Because everyone just got shoved off. And then it's like, okay, at least we're still in the same lobby. Let's try and restart the session. Codis was like, nah, bro, you're in a twisted room. You can't join the same room. So the moment everyone readied up, the session started by itself, and nobody was in the lobby. Nobody was actually in the race. It had automatically started. It skipped qualifying by itself. It started the race by itself, and nobody could even join the session. And that was just a lovely little tale there. Now we've all taken a step back and like, you know what, GG Codemasters, thank you for wasting pretty much half an hour of our time, but we have to get down to business. So we are going to be doing it all over again. We've got the lobby up, everyone is still joining in, we're still getting the settings up right because it's still showing Australia for whatever reason. But it's gonna be a long night right now. So if you've got your beer, if you've got your drink on, keep sipping it on, have a little lovely chat with me. I'd love to probably talk to you right now because nothing else is going on apart from all the shenanigans that is Codemasters. I don't know, man. Like it's like after 2 years of racing, there's a point where I figure out there cannot be any more. No, there cannot be any more new bugs. Maybe it's the same old, but this was the first. Completely being thrown out of the same lobby. What? Where? Why? It's like, I know you like your AI much, but this not at the expense of kicking out the actual people. It's like the AI have taken over, the computers have taken over the human race. That's how it felt like. It's so silly. Anyways, we have to start again. Shame. So yeah. In the meantime, what's everyone up to right now? If I can remember to a very raunchy discussion we had yesterday. We had a lot of people going in different directions with our lovely Indian cuisine. That was a very nice conversation. So if we can bring something up like that, that would be nice. But yeah, I just like I'm looking at the game. I'm thinking, why are we here just to suffer? Just Codemaster just cracks us up. But there are those moments of brilliant racing that we simply don't experience so often in other games. It's just so easy to pick up. It's so rewarding so quickly. We've got custom weather now finally, and I would love to take you back into the action right about now.
Yep, the drivers have readied up and we should be getting into qualifying once again. Kapil, did you not select spectator?
Looks like I'm taking part, ladies and gentlemen. Oh man, this is. I have to. You know what? I deserve this. I need to be banned from this session as quickly as possible because I believe I've taken someone's position right now. I don't know whose, but I'm pretty sure I took her. Why is this happening? This is my fault. This is not Cody's fault. Sorry, gentlemen, but okay. So just tell me this: if I leave,
If your car will still be on track. I mean, in the garage.
If I retire from the session in the beginning, will that work?
But you'll be back on the grid though.
Yeah, but then I can just retire again. Like I can give like a first person perspective of the race going on. But the only question is, do we have telemetry switched on right now? That's my only concern. That is going to be a little difficult, but just let me know. I just have just double checking. Yes, we do have telemetry. That is at least good. We've got something.
The telemetry is working.
Looks like
The
I'm the
couple-
12th driver. I am so sorry if anyone else wanted to join this session and I've kicked them out. This is like a repeat of last season where I kicked Oxygen out. So apologies to that one person, but hopefully that's not the case. Can you just check tier 2 chat if that is?
Yeah,
But,
I am on it. See.
Anyways, regardless, we are starting our session. The only thing that I can think about right now is there's a good chance that we miss out on the action because I will be on the grid. Ay 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 ay. Anyways, we got Harry Rocks leaving the session. We've got the two Mercedes-Benz racers and drivers already out together. I don't know. This is overcast condition, so not exactly the same situation that we started with in the last qualifying session. But I don't know where I was going with that, but it is what it is right now.
Yeah, lucky for you, we do not have a full grid before, so yeah, you did not take anyone's car. Don't worry.
Lucky. Alright, we gotta go all over again. They gotta get the tire. That's the one that's killing me right now. Yes. Okay. We've got nobody on a lap yet. It'll be funny if nobody gets a lap in and I start in P1. That would be a hilarious situation.
Couple on pole without even setting a lap.
Alrighty, so Abhi is finally getting ready. Oh, wait, was that rant? Oh, he must have spun out somewhere and he's gone out again. But Abhi is now started and ended his lap. Good stuff. Going on to the Ferrari. Oh, look at that lovely sight of just a casual Red Bull just being a guardian angel around the circuit for a little Death Hunter here. Such a lovely sight, don't you think so? Right.
Yep, I think the tier 2 drivers are taking too many liberties because I think the steward said that they will not penalize unless an incident is caused. But I mean, this is a bit too much. They take, if you give them, sorry, I forgot what reference I was going to make. Continue.
Okay, so we are back again for the second round of qualifying. Can we call this qualifying too? I don't know.
We could say it. We could call this
that,
qualifying. Our IRC version of qualifying too. Thanks to Cody's.
Thanks to Cody's indeed. Okay, I'm just going to go back to Faizan. We've got a spun. RB Ferreira. No, I'm not sure if he's spun or just taking it extremely slow. But yeah, not. I hope he hasn't invalidated his next lap with that lovely corner cut. But we're starting the lap now.
Yep, RB Ferrello I think was P3 in the. I think he has invalidated both laps with that corner cut.
Well, regardless, Manish Pangar is the first one to put in the lap. He is done at 28.8, so right on it with that pace. Faizan's unfortunately not been able to keep it clean on track. Who can I go on to next? We've got Scary Pumpkin, who is in the third sector. He had the best pace towards the end of the last qualifying session. He was on provisional pole. But again, there was the last final stint of all the rest of the grid. But as of then, that just slight corner cut there is going to end his. There's a good chance that it just ended his next run as well. Super unfortunate there. Chicken starts off with the medium tire on 30.5. That's not bad pace. There is a 1.6 second gap between the tires, so yeah, not bad. You're saying eccentric.
Yep, that's not a bad lap at all from Chicken, but he will be looking. I think he's just doing some practice laps before, because we didn't see a decent time from him the first round of qualifying, if we can call it that. Hopefully, we can get a good lap time on board. As we see a bunch of lap times coming in, we have Evil Dog with a 29.0 and Avi with a 29.7. So far only one driver in the 28s, and that is Monish Banger.
Oh, we've got a bit of a parking situation here. Everyone's stuck in the middle of the circuit. Freeze and Crazy Joe are like, hey, what do I do here? I'm out of position. I don't know what to do. I can't reset back onto the garage like we do in ACC, so help me out here. That's a very
Right.
funny situation indeed. Okay, I'm back into the action. Shroud in Sector 3. How has he done so far in his lap?
Yep, for two green sectors, let's see, lap looks kind of decent coming into the final corner. Decent exit as well, should be a fairly decent lap from Shroud.
We've got a slow moving Alpha Tauri into the third sector. Shroud goes P8, not the fastest there. Little unfortunate. And I mean, I think he's on a mission to get back into the pits as soon as possible. Take it easy, man. Like, we've got 11 minutes to go. Not the end of the world. Just, like, chill. Just chill, bro. Anyways, back into the action. We've got RB who's already invalidated. Unfortunate. Let's go to Akash. He had some insane pace the first time around. Let's see if, how he fares in his first run in the second qualifying session.
Yep, he had put a fairly decent time at the first round of quali. I think he was provisional P2. Let's see what his banker is coming around the final corner.
Rocking number 21, the real ST's number. Okay, he goes into P3, 29.3. Decent start. Maybe he's definitely got more pace in him. Let's see how his teammate does now. Will there be team strategy to probably slipstream him? Let's see if that is the case. Harry Rock's great first chicane, or I don't know if, can you call it a chicane? I'm not too sure there. It is quite banked, but it is a fast left-right sequence. Slightly missing the apex there. Trying to line himself up. Little bit of, I don't know
If he
why.
does not use all the track on the exit there, but I think he could be picking up a fairly, like, it could be helping him, that slipstream.
I don't
Yes.
know. It doesn't look to be that case. We've got a lot of yellow sectors because half the grid is back into the pits now. Akash not really helping him though. Does he actually have a purple middle sector? I don't know. Wow, Akash is completely
I'm not too sure if their plan has worked, because he was too far back to pick up any decent
I
slipstream.
don't think they are in communication, and they definitely showed there. IRC Rant is back, and he is P1 with a 28.883. This is on his second run, so I definitely expect the time to go lower and lower. But hey, good to have him back on the top step, at least on the Saturday.
Yeah, Paradox kind of compromised the second to last corner there, could cost him a bit of time, but he crosses the line to go P3 with a 28.998.
I was
Very
not
good lap from
expecting that.
Harry.
That was a fantastic lap. Yes, indeed.
Yep, just only a
Ooh, there's a
tenth of
double lock
provisional
up
pole.
there for Abhi as he comes across the final corner. He's going to be coming across the line. The end of his second stint first lap, and only goes P11.
Yep, a 30.2 from him.
Deepak Raj just finished his lap there, just got the end of it and goes up into P6. Well, surprisingly, he's going on for another run. No, he's not. It's got his fuel switched off. I say the darndest things don't die. Rambo now, he's definitely on a haunt lap. Very tentative. We couldn't get the proper line into that corner. We've got triple yellow flags, lots of attraction there, and he's also invalidated his lap. That's such a shame, like when you lose your footing, try to save it, and what does the game do? It's like, you know what, nah bruh, this is simply not acceptable. Boom, invalidation. Thank you very much, let's move on. Scary Pumpkin, the second round, unfortunately was not able to put in a valid lap the first time around, but this man's definitely got the pace. Let's see if he can actually show it the second time around.
Yep, I think he won't be pretty pleased with that lobby restart, but unfortunately we had to do it. And let's see what lap time he can put on board as we are on time as we are on board with BK19. Excuse me,
Was
coming
he
into
even
the
there the
chicane.
last time around?
Sorry,
Was he in the session the last time around? I don't really remember.
he was, and
okay.
he has invalidated on the exit of the chicane as we are on board with Scary Pumpkin. Coming into second to last corner, let's see what time he can put on board. I was
Just
expecting to see
throwing it
purple
in
sectors,
there.
but it is only a two green sectors so far. Let's see what lap time he can put.
That is gonna be close. He comes across the line and it goes P1. We've got 1.5 tenths separating the top two. This man's back and he is definitely in form.
Yep, the lobby restart has not phased him at all as he sets a blistering lap time of 28.710. Let's see who can challenge him for that pole position.
Yep, Monish Banger? No, it was. I think it was Harry Rock. No, I don't know. Someone's just put in a nice lap and is gone. I think it was Avi who's gone into P7. Monk is now finishing up his second run of the day. And does he improve? He sadly does not. Evil Doc, yes, he did put in the lap, but was not able to. Now he's making a mockery of the track with Avi on his outside. A little nice communication between the two, saying, hi, how are you doing? Because we're again at the halfway mark. Actually, well over our halfway mark, but the end of the second stint. I'm gonna go down to P13. Chicken has started his second stint. He is on the soft tire this time around. Let's see, he's gonna purple first sector, which is a great start. But can he keep up the momentum? Can he keep up the pace? I'm gonna throw it in. Yes, that was not too bad. He would definitely use more curb there, but still a very nice exit. Gonna be flying down into the third sector very soon. But we've got a car very close to him, and that's Rand. I was actually surprised to see them very close on the map, but let's just stay on board with Chicken. Very how do I put it? It doesn't matter how I put it. Wait, I don't know how he did it, but he went off, but was not invalidated. That's a little odd, Codemasters. Hello, wakey, what's up with your? I'm not going to say the word, but why is the inconsistency coming back into the game again? Chicken crosses the line, only is able to do a 29.4, which puts him up into P9, a P10. Man, the competition is so close. Like 29.4 the last time around was like P6, P5, but damn, there's nothing separating the pack right now. Amazing stuff.
Yep, absolutely. The pack is very close right now as everyone's. I think the gap between P1 and up to P10 is just 6, 7 tenths. So everyone, even a tenth can gain you about 3-4 places. So we all down to the final run of these drivers.
P3 to P11. P11 just half a second. That is some insane stuff. RB Fellow and Deepak Raj both invalidating. Let's see if Rambo is now on his third stint. Will he have enough time to jump into the pits and do a fourth run? I'm not too sure, but doesn't look to be the case. Munish Banger is on his lap as well. He's quite close to Rambo. I don't know if he will actually. It's a good chance that he'll feel the dirty air of it. But yeah, he's definitely on a lap as well. But I'm going to stay on board with this Red Bull and see how it goes. Man.
Yep, I don't think Rambo left enough space, as I believe he will be feeling a bit of dirty air in the corners there, and it's evident there as he goes wide on the exit.
Kicking himself
back to the pits.
Oh,
as we have Rand.
We've got Rand who just put in a smashing finisher, a 28.455. Wow, that is like no comparison. Like he's already celebrating by going all around the lap right now, but that was a fantastic lap. Now Scary Pumpkin is really going to be on the back foot with this. Harry Rocks just finishes his I believe, which might be his final run, goes into P3 with a 28.79, just 9,000 slower. It will be really disappointing if that's what separates them at the end of it. Scary Pumpkin is now out of the pits. We've got Death Hunter, who's just starting his final lap, but unfortunately goes too wide, and that's the end of his run. Damn. Let's move on with. Oh, I just got that. That was nice little action from Abi Farello. I don't know if it's an actual purple middle sector, but Abi is still a great little run there. Little bit of a lock up mid corner and lots of curb and a lot of hesitation in the power delivery there in the final sector. Completely missing the apex, so this is definitely not going to be the ideal run for him. But then, having said that, he's only done a 130.2, so an improvement is definitely required at this stage because his teammate is sitting nice and pretty on the top step as of right now.
Yeah, there was a completely bought Sector 3 from Abhi, and is evident because he does not improve on his time. As now
Unfortunate
we are
there,
on
yep.
board with Evil Doc.
Evil Doc now. Is he green on his times? We don't know.
Doesn't look like. I think his Sector 2 is a personal best, but he has lost out a bit on his personal best in Sector 1. So it's all down to this final sector for him.
Neat little exit there in the beginning of third sector. Nice lines, flowing out of it. Let's see if he can actually keep it together. We've got Scary Pumpkin, who's just started his final lap. We'll definitely go on board in essence when this lap has ended. So just wait for a little bit longer for that finale showdown. Evil Dog goes P2. Wow, 128.672. Now that's what you call some good old pace. Scary Pumpkin has unfortunately already invalidated, and that is a big bummer for the Racing Point team. He'll be kicking himself because he knew he had the pace. Avi has just started his lap but already invalidated it in the previous run, so that's the end of it. Let's go on board with Deepak Raj. Oh wait, Crazy Joe I believe is in the final sector, so we'll stay on board with him. I cannot stay on board with him because of that RPM glitch, but little tentative there, but then again it could just be his simple little old keyboard movement, using all of that traction control assist to go across the line. Does he improve? Yes he does, but only to P12. Let's go on board with Deepak Raj. Now he is already invalidated as well, which is not looking good. Faizan, our final runner. Wait. No, yes, you're right. I'm sorry. Faizan is the end of Sector 2. Moving into Sector 3. Nice lines there. Wrong gear, but good exit using a lot of the curb. Yeah, let's see if he can actually keep it together because he's not been able to put in a lap. Whew, that was close. And luckily he has walked away with it, not having invalidated. So let's see if he can put in a good lap across the final corner of our second round of qualifying. Faizan goes up or not into P18, just ahead of his ex-teammate Rambo. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. That has been a scorching final few minutes. That's the end of qualifying. It's the second time around.
Yep, absolutely. It was a very intense qualifying, but Rand comes out on top in pole position with a 28.4. I think one of the surprises was RB Ferrello, as I think he invalidated his final run. As I was saying, we have Akash going into P2 with a 28.6, just 300, just under 100th ahead of Evil Dog. So great lap at the end there from Akash.
Great lap there. Wow, now that has been done amazing qualifying for the Haas team. P2 and I believe P5. But god damn, look at that. From P2 onwards, 210s, and 410s, 510. That's like so close. That's how close they graded. That is insane to see. But regardless of what it is, IRC Rand the second time around has pulled on to the pole position. A great lap from him. let's just quickly have all of the data shown so that we don't miss anything in case of any inconsistencies down the line. But that has been sure not so comfortable on this track. Let's hope that he gets something out of it at the end of it. But yeah, that has been it.
Yep, top 14 under a second there, so we can see how close our tier 2 grid is, and it will lead to some close battles on track as well. As I want to remind Kapil, please retire safely.
I will. Oh wait, can can I leave without? I can't. Good.
No, you
God.
can't. You can't.
Let's choose the strategy. It's going to be a wet race. At least we have a different this time around. So let's put on a fantastic strategy. I've got a lot of setups here, so I do want to. Oh, somebody's already ready it up, so that's just fantastic.
Oh, who was
Who is
that? I
lovely
think that was
character?
Monish.
And that
Yep,
is Monish
that is
Banger.
Monish.
Yes. Alright,
Unfortunately, that is a penalty coming his way.
yes, it is. Now that's not going to be good because the rest of them don't have time. His own teammate has just joined the session. Now, whether he has a seat is a different thing, but I can't. I cannot leave. So I have to do a driver's parade along with them. I've got my wheel already connected, so this is going to be a lovely start.
I suggest you do one lap as well and retire in the pits just so that your car does not end up on track.
That is going to be painful, but oh man, I don't know what to do here. Like, you know what? Let's use this as an opportunity to give a lot of different viewpoints. Now, I am not bound by the racing track, so I can actually show everyone what's happening right now. So
this is a very unique perspective of the formation lap.
We've got P6. Oh shit! I should not be doing that. Monk in P15. Not too good for him. P12 for Crazy Joe, and we've got Deepak Raj as well. Now, if I've caused destruction, that's not a good thing on my behalf. But please bear with me. Deepak Raj in P14. We've got P13 with the likes of Crazy Joe. Death Hunter is still not connected into the session. Chicken in P13. I do not know which position Death Hunter is in, but he's also taking it nice and slow. Munish Banger in P6. Wow, that's a big gap there. I don't know whose jump positions. Looks like Avi has, or Munish Banger has had a spin out here, which is not too good. But Avi next in the Alpha Tauri, he starts P11. BK19, his teammate, this time around getting the better of him. RB Ferrello in P8. Who's up next? Okay, I gotta increase the pace here. I don't have a lot of time. Oh, before I lose control.
Almost lost it there.
Where am I? Okay, Akash has been disqualified from the session. We did see that. Harry Rocks is in P5. We've got RB Ferrello in P6. And I have to come back into the pits now. And I've already destroyed a marker. Wow, GG. This Williams is fantastico. Anyways, I don't know. Should I retire? Should I not?
No,
I do not
complete
want to
the lap
miss.
and take it back to the pits. Otherwise, your car will just be driving around on its own in AI.
Okay, if I retired the session, it should stop on its own, shouldn't it?
I can't confirm 100%, but it should.
You know what? I apologize, but it's going to be a unique perspective. We're going to have a look at how turn 1 looks like from the back of the grid. So, and then we'll go from there, alright? Apologies, but it is what it is right now, and we just have to go with it. Alright, so we've got 5 lights in the French Grand Prix. Lights out, and away we go. I've got clutch issues, so I can't start. But we've got Abhi Faizan, lot of movement down in the front. I don't know what's happening. I can't be too close to the action. We've got Monk just taking it very, very nice and chill. He does not want to be in any form of action there. He's already moved down into the last position, so not looking too good. But down in the front, I don't see any spins at all. Wow, this is super clean. But having said that, moving into the first sector, well, we've got a spun Evil Dog, so not the best starts for Alfa Romeo. This is not looking too good for them. I'm going to be moving aside just so that they are not impeded in their lap. But I believe he has significant damage there, and this is not going to be helping his cause. But oh, we've got Akash who just started in P3. That's already a spin for him, and that's not looking too good. That's unfortunate.
Yep, I was about to say turn 1 and 2 was very clean in the Tier 2 race despite it being wet, but then at turn 4 and turn 5, I think 2 cars just happened to be in the wall, and I believe there are more cars. There's a yellow flag. I think there is an Alfa Romeo who spun around, if I'm not wrong.
Oh,
the Alfa Romeos are fighting in speed.
That's a good stuff there. Alright, so we're almost at the end of the first lap. Rant is still leading. RB Ferrello has moved up into P2. P3 is now Harry Rocks. The good stuff from him. Death Hunter has made a botch of it. He's lost all his front wing, and that is unfortunate because he has to somehow drive back into the pit with those situations in the wet. So that's definitely a very, very difficult situation from him. I hope Crazy Joe is not or is already up ahead, because I cannot be in a situation where I have to impede his lap. Regardless, Death Hunter completely misses out. We are giving like a paparazzi view of his situation, but finally we can retire into the session and then move on to the action stuff. So we've got Crazy Joe, who is also in the pit, both Ferraris, so they're going to be double stacking this, so that's not good from their half. Just let me know if the telemetry is up. I need that information from you.
Yep, everything is working fine. The lap time and the telemetry of the car is fine.
Alright, so this time around I'm going to go into the pits. IRC Rand still leading, fantastic stuff, but RB Ferrello super close. We saw that last time around in the minimap. He is very, very close to him, going side by side. Who's going to break the latest? Let's see. Oh, that's just almost clashing wheels there, but IRC Rand keeps it up ahead. Harry Rocks just watching very, very carefully. Doesn't want to be doing anything silly right now because he's in a very, very good position and his teammate has struck out of luck there. Free is in P4. The two Alpha Tauris, wow, P5 and P6, a fantastic start from them. Wow.
Yep, absolutely. If you can get the telemetry on the position change to see who are the big gainers and who lost out, because I see Scary Pumpkin and Akash pitted for damage. They were qualified really well, but it's very unfortunate to see them pit, as I think literally everyone has a green arrow except for Evil Dog, who did have that spin at turn 3. But I believe RB Ferrello has had a lightning start and is all over the back of Rand. Speaking of good starts, we have Shroud as well, jumping up into P7, starting P16.
Yeah, very, very close competition there. Shroud having the fantastic start. RB Ferrello just put in no. We've got a lot of purple sectors from everyone, and everyone's putting in purple lap times, which is good to see. But yeah, the Alpha Tauri boys, P5 and P6, and that's a fantastic start from them. Uppy right now going side by side with Faizan, going side by side, still a lot of wheel banging, pushes Faizan out wide. Who keeps the position though? Good that Abhi backs out of it. Will he dive down the inside? No. Gets all out of shape there. Faizan not making it easy, and a little bit of love tap there, but Monk is like, guys, get a move on. I gotta get moving. This is not what I want to be stuck behind, because yeah, there's a lot of tussling going on between them. Moving up ahead, Abhi Ferrello at the end of sector 1 still maintains P2. Now Free is getting closer and closer to Harry Rocks. Harry Rocks just missing out on the apex and getting a little wide there, and as a result gets that 3-second penalty, and so does his teammate. So Haas boys not looking to clean. Dirty little boys, aren't they? And Harry Rocks completely misses. He goes sideways into the exit there. Hopefully comes back onto the track safely, but that was a wild moment of oversteer there, and he loses a position but luckily keeps his wing. So good to see that.
Yep, absolutely. Just aquaplane straight off the track, as we have Deepak Raj going down the inside of Chicken, but Chicken holding it around the outside. I think that has compromised his position, and Rambo is attacking Deepak Raj, trying to go around the outside. But I think it's not gonna happen, and everyone stays in the same place. Some
Wow,
good racing
that was a
all
superb
around.
move by Chicken. He just moved up into P8 there, moved around the outside. So cool racing from him. Rambo deploying all of his ERS, thinks about a move but keeps it together, decides not to go for the dive there because it's still early doors. Keeping your wing in the wet conditions is absolutely necessary. I mean, it's necessary everywhere, but so much more. Oh, there's been an incident. Rant. I don't know if he's been hit by RB Ferrello or not. As a result of it, we've got him losing 2 positions. Now Harry Rocks going side by side with him, and we've got so many cars. Alpha Tauris, both of them trying to scavenge on this situation. Harry Rocks down the inside. Oh my god, Rand just went swooping around the outside with some insane paces. So that's great stuff from him. But he keeps the position. Harry Rocks now deploying all of his ERS. Now, will he try to make a lunge back onto it, or just going to stand his ground? We've got Chicken who's retired from the session. That's unfortunate. I don't know where it is. Yes, see, there he is at the exit of that left right at the end of sector 1. That's unfortunate. We've got double waved yellow flags at the end of sector 2 and sector 3, but no VSC, but no safety car.
Yeah, very unfortunate there for Chicken. I'm not sure what happened there, and there is the virtual safety car.
VSC. Whoa, that was close stuff there because the Alpha Tauri boys are super close. Will anyone go into the pits for any reason? Doesn't look to be the case. Rand staying out. Now that could only mean that he just lost it, but he has been able to keep his front wing. Can you confirm?
Yep, I think there is no damage to his front wing, so I believe he may have got tapped or just lost it on his own. But all in all, I think he's just lost 2 positions, and more importantly, his front wheel is still green and intact.
Yeah, it's good to see. Chicken, unfortunately, the first retiree of the race. Shroud, still the leading McLaren. Deepak Raj going a little deep there, and we've got a drive-through penalty. We've got a drive-through penalty for Scary Pumpkin. His race has gone from bad to worse. Cannot catch a break right now. The Racing Point team will be kicking themselves right now. Oh, look at that. Shroud has an insane start. Very close to Avi gone rogue there, but unfortunately not able to get the traction down. Now a little far away, and Rant's out. Where is Rant out though?
Where has Rant? He's lost
he's
it onto the straight.
Yes, that's another yellow flag, but no VSC. But Rambo's thinking about a move, super close. Whew. That is some really close and clean racing there between the pair of them. P4 and P5 for the Alpha Tauri pairing now. But Freeze, a man on a mission. He overtook Harry Rocks. Of course, Harry made a mistake there. Rand then disappeared into existence as he usually does on a Sunday. And now RB is being caught up by Freeze. Good start from him, 5 positions. Of course, RB has done an amazing start. No ifs or buts about that. But that's just his characteristic style. So we got to give some props to Freeze as well to catch up to him at a lovely point of the race. Rambo has made a move, and Deepak Raj, I don't know if he's got damage or not, but has pitted onto a new set.
He has no damage, so I think this is the pit is strategic there from Deepak Raj. I think he's going for the undercut on the drivers ahead. But as we're on board with Monk, who is trying to move on IRC, Abhi using all of the battery he has, but I think he's not close enough and backs out.
Whew. Good stuff.
While we were looking at the incidents, a whole host of penalties came our way. There were drive-throughs. They were speeding in the pit lanes. If we get a situation of the penalties, it's possible.
Sure.
Yep, as we have Freeze, Harry, Shroud, Abhi, Faizan, Deepak Raj with 3 seconds. Then we have Akash with a 10 second. I think he got that when he spun out in lap 1 and just cut the corners to rejoin. But I think Evil Dog is serving his drive through there, and he is serving his drive through. And Death Hunter
Scary Pumpkin
has
right?
Sorry, Scary. I think Scary Pumpkin left the session. I believe I saw a message that Scary Pumpkin left. Hopefully, he has rejoined back.
I have no idea. Doesn't look
No,
to be
he's
the
not yet
case.
rejoined. It is a ghosted car, unfortunately. But yeah, that is the penalty situation so far. I think Freeze is showing some good pace as he is closing down RB Ferrella, who had a lightning start. But right now we are on board with Monish Banga, who seems to be the closest car to another car ahead. That is Deepak Raj. Deepak Raj coming out of the pits on those fresh inters. He'll be looking to put some good lap times on board. He's gone for a very aggressive undercut here.
Yeah, as you said, no damage, so it can only be a strategic move there. Gonna be like a phase out with the rest of the pack, going for probably a two-stop strategy because it is wet throughout the race. So we expecting nothing less. Wait a minute, I just missed something. That's Rambo and not Rambo, B and Monk going side by side. There was a dive by Monk, but could not keep it, could not stick the landing, and they keep the same old positions.
Yep, absolutely. Round two of their battle, and it's Avi still ahead. It's coming on board with Avi. It's the battle of the Alpha Tauris right now, as I think Avi thinks he has more pace and is all over the rear of BK, but completely cuts the chicane and picks up a 3-second time penalty.
Wow, there is no grip rate there with that setup for the Alpha Tauri right now. He's like struggling, like this is unable to make any inroads with his teammate, and we've also got Shroud who's on the back of him. It's an interesting situation to be in a 3-man DRS train in the wet, so it's not really a DRS train, it's more of a slipstream fest, but just the shroud of the water around the track, you know what I mean, is definitely something that's going to be hindering Shroud the most at this point in time, but they're still keeping very, very close. Monk and Abi still completely inseparable right now. Monk getting slightly better exit there, but will he think about just shoving his Alfa Romeo down the inside? Abi has now boxed the slap, which is setting Monk free, so will he use it to the best of his ability to put out a banger of a lap to probably put some inroads into his positioning in the race? Let's find out soon enough.
I'm not sure Abi pitted because he is still out. I think he just made a mistake on the second to last corner, which allowed Monk to dive up the inside.
Interesting. Oh, I could have sworn he did that on purpose. Now we've got Deepak Raj and Monish Bangar going side by side in turn 1. Monish Bangar gets the move done. Deepak Raj a little bit out of shape there, with Monish getting the inside line. So the Ferrari boy moves up into P11. Now Abi, like yes, you correctly mentioned, kind of all over the place right now, simply not able to get a firm grasp on this slippery conditions right now, and yeah, it looks like Monk is just driving away ever so slowly with every passing lap. Out in the front, Abi Ferrello, 2-second gap and plus 3 seconds between his closest rival on track, which is Freeze, followed by Harry Rocks. Wow, great drive from him so far. Last time around he was just stuck in the grid for the entirety of the race, and he had a lovely little view in the track with respect to his teammate. We had a lovely little time with him last time around, but Avi just pushing, literally shoving his teammates like go, we've got a Shroud on the back of us. Will there be team orders, because this is detrimental to his pace right now, and just the more time they spend together, it's just the higher probability of them crashing out a little later. BK19 goes slightly wide. Are we going to be deploying a lot of wheel banking there? But BK19 says no, absolutely not. You find your own way. I'm not gifting you any positions. There is no multi-21 in the Alpha Tauri squad. Wow.
Yep, and that wheel banging has given Avi a bit of damage. He does have a light yellow wing. So yeah, that wasn't ideal from the Alpha Tauris, and Avi will be absolutely furious with his teammate there. Not sure who was at fault, but yes, he comes out worse there.
Well, now the only thing I want to see is, with this damage, how much of a disadvantage will he have with respect to the charging shroud behind him. Let's see, because the gap is increasing ever so slightly with BK19. He's using all of his ERS trying to get back at him, but really struggling in the corners. Now you can see the lift off there, just not having a good old time with this car right now. But Shroud now using, I don't know if, I'm sure he doesn't know this yet, but he will have that much of bit more of an advantage as it comes to the corners. But when you use such lovely lines like that, there's nothing that's going to really help you there.
Yep, absolutely. I think we will be looking to pit as soon as possible, because this is just costing him time here, and because I believe everyone has to make at least one pit stop, because the Inters do not do all 27 laps, and I do believe it's going to be dry towards the end, if I'm not wrong. So yeah, and I believe Freeze has closed up that gap to RB Ferrara. I was keeping an eye on that. A few laps ago, he did close it down to under a second, but did make a mistake with which pushed the gap to 2 seconds, and now he's already catching up to RB, because I believe that Freeze is the faster car of the two right now. I'll be interested to see how he manages to overtake RB.
Now Rambo has joined in this lovely little battle. Lot of Honda powered cars in the mid pack, with Shroud being the, well, let's say it was the legacy GP2 car in the Honda era. So we've got a mid pack filled with Honda engines or Honda manufactured. I don't know where I was going with that, but yeah, so far, only friendly fire between P4 and P5, but Avi still got some great little pace there to maintain his position. So just shows, if he's able to keep up with BK19 with damage, just imagine where he could have been had there been that team order, and he could have gone in front.
Yeah, absolutely. He will not be pleased at all with that wing damage, and this is the sector where it will be costing him a lot. Those long sweeping right and left handers just can't get on the throttle earlier as you could if your wing was intact, and that's where he is losing out the time. But he seems to have enough pace to keep within BK19, as some random has joined the lobby. I hope he leaves as soon as possible. But yeah.
Doesn't matter. Come on, spectate our lovely Tier 2 race, because it's a wet one in more ways than one.
Yeah.
Alrighty, we got Munish Bangar, who's very close to Faizan, pushing him wide until the last corner. Going to be a drag race, and Deepak Raj is going to just watch it and just wait for it to explode right in his face into turn 1. Nobody's backing out. Who goes first into T1? Munish Bangar around the outside. What a move! That was fantastic. And now Deepak Raj is going to deploy all of his ERS, and he's going to think about a move, but Faizan closing the door and also resulting in a warning for Deepak Raj, not looking too good for him. But we've got a mistake from Avi. Shroud has deployed all of his ERS and moved up into P5. Superb stuff there. Evil Dog, that's the fastest lap of the race. And there's middle of carnage there. Closing the door, Shroud. Avi did not see that one coming. Is there damage?
Nope, that did not result in any damage, but yes, a bit too aggressive on Shroud. I don't think he was aware that Avi got a blistering exit out of the chicane and was already alongside. But yeah, all in all, no damage done. As Scary Pumpkin's AI is getting lapped here, as Deepak Raj has lost it out of the chicane, I believe, and has retired. That is very unfortunate for the McLaren, as we will get a view of the retired car as you're on board with the Haas.
Cars are pitting. I think it's a little early, don't you think? We've got Avi who's pitted, Rambo as well who's pitted. But yeah, just jumping back into it. I don't know. Where did Deepak Raj lose it?
Just ahead. I think towards the left, towards the right. Oh, there it is. There's the McLaren towards the left.
I think he retired on pit. I think he retired while his car was still alive, because I saw his car moving along. So it might have been a rage quit more than anything else, because of probably the shoddy battle he had in Faizan. but we'll have to wait probably for a report to make sure. It definitely looked to be the case because of all that, the cutting and basically the aggressive notion that Faizan was putting across. But yeah, I could be wrong. This is just my hypothesis here.
Yep, but I think a lot of people expected a VSC or a safety car, and I believe a couple of 2 or 3 drivers did pit onto the fresh set of inters as well. But our leaders, I think the top 5, 6, 7 have not pitted, and the order has remained the same.
Shroud now super close, trying to use a wet line, trying to get closer to BK19 there. He has 6 seconds while BK has 3. But definitely it looks to be a little comfortable with this car. Now the 2x teammates going side by side. Oh, that is very close battling there. Rambo getting off throttle a little earlier than Faizan, but luckily no contact there, and both of them stay alive, and that's good to see. It's definitely good to see.
Yep, absolutely. And as on screen you can see, almost every driver has penalties except for a couple who are RB Ferralo, Monk, and Crazy Joe. So props to them for keeping it clean for the first 13 laps.
Yep, gap is 1.5 out in the lead. Harry Rocks has closed the gap to Freeze. It was almost 3.8 seconds. Now it's 1 point. We got a lot of battling done. No, wait, my bad. Sorry. It's a habit. Please ignore my short-tempered or triggerful nature there, because Shroud is even closer now. Both BK and him are deploying all of their ERS. Who comes out on top? We gotta wait. Thinks about making a move little later on the brakes, but there was nothing opening there and he had to back out of it. BK19 getting out of shape there. Now will Shroud think about the move? Unfortunately not close enough. I don't know what kind of deployment that Alpha Tauri has, but he just suddenly got into pace very quickly. But having said that, Shroud, wow, just carrying all that speed, super brave there, but simply was blocked by BK19 right in the middle of that straight.
Yep, Shroud needs to be a little bit more patient because he knows he is the quicker car and he needs to plan his move, especially in the wet, because if he just keeps trying to go for moves that are not there, he's just losing time. As I believe that was a runner who pitted.
This is... I don't know if Shroud wanted to do an undercut or overcut on BK19, but both of them have ended up pitting on the same time. It's a little unfortunate because we would have loved to see a strategy being played out there. But they're going to be continuing that battle right out of the pits as well. Crazy Joe now very close to Faizan. Rambo's already disposed of him. Both of them are going into the pits, and Faizan actually misses out a little bit. But yeah, it is what it is. They will also continue their battle a little down the line. Munish Bangar is... Whoa! Did you see that? A side-by-side battle out of the pits there. Rambo moves up into P5. Munish Bangar in P4. I mean, what kind of tires is he running on? Is he out of phase? Yes, he definitely is. Well uphold, he hasn't pitted yet, so he will definitely have to do in the long run. Whoa! Looks like Crazy Joe has undercutted Faizan in the pits, and he's come out in front of him. Cool stuff.
Yep, and I would like to mention that Freeze was the first of the top 3 to blink as he tried to go for the undercut. He was just under a second behind RB Ferrello, and I think RB and Harry are going to pit this lap because the fresh set of tires, as you can see, the new fastest laps coming in are much quicker than the old ones. So we have to see what kind of undercut Freeze can get on RB.
Yep, that cap is definitely coming down very quickly. RB Ferrello is the next one to pit. I don't know, the gap last time around was 1.5 seconds, but I'm sure Freeze is putting out bangers of laps right now. Does he have purple sector?
He has a green and 1 yellow sector, so not a great outlap from him, but let's see where he comes out. He is coming around the final corner now.
It's going to be close, ladies and gentlemen. RB Ferrello is leaving the pits. Will Freeze get him? It's going to be really close. He
Yep, we
gets
should
him
see. He does get him. He
easily
just about gets him. It's a good strategic move from the Renault there,
from
and
plus
he gets him by
1.5
around 1.5 seconds as
to
well.
minus
It's a good undercut.
1.5. That's 3 seconds of undercut in a single lap. That is awesome stuff there.
Yep, and Avi, after losing his front wing and changing it, is showing the pace that he has, setting our fastest, being the fastest man on track right now.
Has he repaired his front wing?
Yep, he did. He did repair his front wing.
Wow, even with that repair, he's already in the back of to the back of Shroud right now. That's some great pace because he just, of course, just put in the fastest lap of the race. So let's see if he can make quick work of Shroud, because this time he is the final car in this train. Now he's going to be wanting to make some quick moves on the pair of them out in front.
It looks like Scary Pumpkin's AI is having none of it, even though he is a lap car, but it finally lets him go past. But yeah, Avi will be looking to get on the back of Shroud as we're on board with Crazy Joe on his fresh set of tires. We'll be looking to dispatch off Evil Doc fairly quickly.
The traction control is really helping, but also slowing down the folks, the keyboard runners here. A lot of ERS for Crazy Joe. I mean, you can just see the pace and the traction he's getting out of the corner, but still not able to make the most of it. Evil Doc holding it steady there. Unfortunately, got into the tangle at the beginning of the race, and it's been quite a downhill moment there. Unfortunately, we missed that because I had to be a lovely little spectator from a very different view. Monish Bangar has now pit. The last of the people in the front. Avi gone rogue, puts in another faster lap. Shroud is also having some great pace right there. He did briefly put in a purple lap time as well. Evil Duck goes into the pits. We've got, I don't believe there are any more battles other than the one between the Honda boys.
Yep, this battle is going to resume shortly, as last time around it ended very badly for Avi, getting wing damage. Hopefully he can get past cleanly this time. He still seems to be a bit too far back, and I believe even Shroud is matching Avi on pace as well, and BK19 is just holding both of them up ever so slightly.
Yep, BK19 is like Sleejep Savage from yesterday's ACC endurance race that Prakhar was in. Amazing defending, not letting anyone through. It's been the case all race long, and he goes a little wide there, but still able to keep the position when it matters. Keep getting his car in the right place, not letting anyone have the better exit, just conserving his ERS. No, not too much. I'm gonna take that back, but enough to put up a fight when it mattered. When look at it from a relative sense. Definitely doesn't have the pace because he's not put in a single purple or a fastest lap, but he's definitely got the track position, and that definitely counts in a wet race.
Yeah, absolutely. RB Ferrello using his 1 lap fresher tires and is already within I was about to say 6 tenths, but I think he botched his exit there, and the gap goes back to 9 tenths again. But yes, Avi could be getting a little impatient behind Shroud here, as he knows he is the faster car, and most importantly, he does not have any ERS left. So without DRS in these wet conditions, it'll be really interesting to see how he plans on getting past.
Yep, it's close. They now know what are the strengths and weaknesses of the drivers up ahead, because they've been behind them for the entire race. Avi, they are getting another 3 seconds. That's not going to help his cause one bit. But no ERS to play with. He can't launch an attack on Shroud, and he just has to sit back while he gains all of that time and gets super close to the diffuser of Shroud in the rest of the lap.
Yeah, I think this is getting really frustrating for Avi as well, as BK19 is pulling a gap on Shroud, so he is just losing a lot of time behind him, as the fight for the lead is getting a bit spicy here, because Harry Rocks has caught up to RB Ferrello and who is himself only 1.4 seconds behind Freeze. So it'll be really interesting to see how this battle pans out.
Yeah, we've We've got 2 battles on tracks, very close between the top 3 and then 5, 6, 7. This is gonna end up in tears for one of them, I'm sure of that. But until then, we're gonna enjoy the rest of the action. We've got Rambo also now, who's been caught up by this pairing. He did a lovely little undercut, but now he has the oldest of tires. Harry Rock's getting a 3 seconds now. That's definitely not going to help his case fight for the lead. But Avi, damn, really close this time around. He gets a lovely exit, entry and exit into turn 1 and 2, but still not making the most of it. Wow. Okay. Looking back a little bit, Abhi I think just got a little wide there. Manish Bangar gets the position done, moves up into P9.
Yep, absolutely. Monish Banger getting the move down in the last corner, not a overtaking zone you see, but yep, Shroud going wide there, which will and yes, Avi gets the move done. Shroud compromised his exit onto the back straight.
Finally.
And yes, that is Avi into P6. But Shroud comes right back at him because, as we shouldn't forget, Avi has no ERS to play with. But
contacts between the two of them. Avi has to take some weird form of a runoff there. Evil Dog puts the fastest lap. They're still side by side. Avi will have to slot behind. That's very unfortunate. But luckily, no damage between the two. Oh, a little bit of a snap of oversteer. They're losing traction, but luckily keeps it alive.
Yeah, no damage for both cars, which is good to see. But Akash is the only car on track who has yet to pit, and his tires are basically dead right now.
Did we miss an insane overtake? I think Avi went around the outside of Shroud there. Damn.
Yeah, we did miss it, unfortunately. But yes, Avi finally gets the move done this time. And will be looking to as the Shroud completely botches and cuts the final corner there, but Avi already driving off into the distance, chasing down his teammate.
Harry Rocks now even closer than before, less than half a second separating him and Avi Ferrello, but Avi Ferrello kept it clean as a whistle so far. He will definitely be in prime position down the line. Let's have a look at the penalty situation, shall we? Because we are almost 20 laps into the race. We've got freeze. Give me 1 second to bring out the penalties. 6 seconds and 12 seconds for Harry Rocks, and that's going to hurt him down the line if he cannot keep up this pace. Because right now he's out of danger. But if if Avi either gets some positioning and gets in front of Rambo, that's got to be a very difficult time for Harry Rocks down the line.
Yep, absolutely. Harry Rocks will be looking to get past RB as soon as possible to pull that gap. And I don't think RB will fight it as much as he would, because looking at the penalties, 12 seconds is a bit too much to pull out with 8 laps to go.
Yep. So let's have a quick walkthrough of the grid. Freeze in P1, less than 2 seconds behind him, hot on his tail is Avi Ferrello. Harry Rocks is the final contender for the podium. Great race from him so far. We've got a spun out Death Hunter, which is P15. He is going topsy-turvy at the exit onto the main straight. That's not going to help his cause. But yeah, just jumping back into it. Less than a second away, Harry Rocks. Rambo still keeping up, great pace and keeping all the shroud of cars. I'm sorry, I should not have used it again. But we've got a lot of cars behind. The Honda train still very hot. BK19, Supremo defending throughout the race. Akash pitting again for another set of intermediate tires. Avigon Rogue has made a move and he's stuck to it. I'm really sorry we missed that. It was a brilliant move around the outside. I'm not sure of it, but at least I can speculate. Shroud, fantastic reserve substituting here for Electrip. Great driving from him so far. The lead McLaren, P7, and it's so far so good. I would say Monk kept it clean, and this is going to help him maybe down the line, but he's 11 seconds down, so it's going to be difficult. It's not the easiest of cases. He's got 9 seconds. Oh, wait a minute. We've got Freeze, who's made a botch of it. He's lost 2 positions. What's happened?
Freeze made a huge mistake coming onto the long right-hander, which has cost him 2 positions and a bit more because the gap to Harry Rocks is now 3.6 seconds. So that's very unfortunate there for Freeze.
Harry Rocks
And
is
he
also
goes
pitted.
into the pits as well.
And so
as
has
Harry
our
Rocks
Ferrello.
I think while we
DRS
were talking, we
enabled.
forgot
It's
to notice that it has
time.
completely dried up.
It's time for some fast lap, boys. People have gone on to the dry tires. I don't know if DRS has been enabled, so it's going to be the time to slash and dash with the final stint. 6 laps to go. Now it's a real whole new dynamic in the race right now. 5 more seconds, a lot more penalties. Everyone has gone into the pits right now. We've got, oh my god, what have I done? We've got BK19 who's out, but Avi gone rogue. Unfortunately, with a double stack, losing out. Monk will he come out in front? He does not, sadly not. There was 11-second gap, but I believe it's definitely reduced. Crazy Joe is now pitting, and so pretty much so is everyone. I'm gonna jump back into the action right now. Harry Rocks in P3, while Rambo has stayed out. Oh, this is why.
Oh no, this is not good. He is losing a lot of time. He was running in a very good position in P4, I believe, P4 or P5. And I think this is just costing him time as well. And I noticed that Abhi went on to the mediums, which was a very interesting pace on the mediums. I'm not sure why, because there's only 6 laps left. But yeah, he will be losing time right now. Along with Abhi, it looks like BK19 as well. Both Alpha Tauris have gone on to the mediums. So a bit of miscalculation there from both. But yeah.
Nothing to say there, nothing at all. Shroud now will try to make mincemeat of BK19 with those fresh soft tires, but let's see, who's got the pace now. Look at the gap. It was almost 10 seconds in the beginning of the lap. Rambo's just pitted and the gap is 2.8 seconds at the end of it. I don't know, he must have lost almost 15 seconds, 10 to 15 seconds in that last lap, and he's going to be dropping like a stone through the field right now. Freeze, top 3 are already out. BK19 coming across the last corner, using overtake in the corner. Ballsy stuff there from the man, and now switching it off here. Fantastic, just what you want to see there. Shroud still on the back of him. Rambo's dropping. He's coming out. Will he come out in front of Avi? Yes, he will. That's unfortunate. That double stack really hurting the second Alpha Tauri driver tonight.
Yeah, I believe Rambo just lost 2 positions. I think he didn't want to double stack with RB Ferraro there, but I think staying out has done more damage. I think he would have lost less time with the double stack. But yeah, he is out in P6 with 3.7 seconds gap to Shroud.
Got DRS. Everybody's losing, but equal on the ERS right now. Will he be able to use those softs and make a move? Always missing that apex there. I don't know if it's just his line. Definitely looks to be the case because he's missed it like almost 4 times already. So, but that's really hurting him because he's not able to get a good exit into the next sector. Manish Bangar, very close. What is going on there?
Oh my lord, what was that?
That was like a reset to track.
That's a reset to track as well.
Monk just parking the bus there. What happened? Harry Rocks has left the session. That's going to increase the gap. Luckily not lost out on the position yet, but Free is going to definitely get a huge advantage from this. That gap is definitely dropping very quickly. Death Hunter has retired from the session. That would be I'm not sure where, but looks to be in sector 3. I'm not sure. You have to forgive me there. I think he's retired in the pits from what I can see.
Yep, that was in the pits. So that is a case of a rage quit there. Very unfortunate incident between him and Alfa Romeo, I believe it was. But RB Ferrello, as we're on board with Shroud, but I like to point out RB Ferrello is absolutely flying on those softs and is just running away into the distance and pulling the gap from Harry and Freeze. But yes, we are on board with Shroud, who will be looking to get past BK19 here. And there are a lot of battles going on right now as it is completely dry, as Akash is right on the rear wing of Monish Banga, who will get DRS as well from Abhi. So I'll be really interested to see what happens here down the main straight.
Yep, Akash unfortunately doesn't have a lot of ERS to play with, but he's deploying it as soon as he can. But he's run out of juice, and now he can't really make up. He's so close, like he's touching distance. Will he be able to dive down the inside? But will Monish Banga do it? No, luckily, just locking up all of them. Monish Banga around the outside, little bit of wheel banging, the side-by-side action. Akash now thinking of the move, still doesn't have any ERS, so this is not going to help his case. Abhi deploying some lovely ERS to get back into the lead. Akash now down the inside, going to be side by side into this right-hander. Monish Banga going really wide. Akash in the inside, cuts the track, get a 3-second now. Crazy Joe has also joined in this battle. Hoo-hoo! This is some spicy stuff there.
Yep, there was a moment that we missed there. Monish Banga did get damage from that slight contact with IRC Abhi. He has lost his end plate, and that was why he went wide in that long right-hander.
Avi has really unfortunate,
and Avi has retired in the pits, I believe. Yep, so not sure what
Crazy Joe
there.
deploying his ERS, going side by side with Akash, getting a terrible exit. Did Akash? Now we've got 4 wide, two packs of 2 wide, going into T1. Monish Banga gets out on top. Crazy Joe thinking of a move. Monish Banga is just stopping on the track. What's going on? Now Akash now thinking of a move. So close there. I can't keep up with this business. It's a lot of fast movement there. Akash round the outside, trying to get some inroads. Crazy Joe shutting the door now. Crazy Joe up into P10. Monish Banga just stopped at the end of turn 2. I don't know what that was. Whether was it an illegal overtake, I'm not too sure. But he's gonna dive down the inside, going side by side, pushes Abhi, but Abhi retaliating there, going around the outside and gets the repeat move just like last time. But Abhi now down the inside, deploying all of his ERS. There's gonna be a bit of banging. Whew! Look at that push. Chat was code brown. But they keep alive. That is the brilliant stuff. There are 4 cars within space of half a second. There's nothing separating these 4 guys right now. Insane stuff. Shroud has made his way through BK19, has moved up into P4, but this is too good of a battle to pass out on. Monish Banga going very, very deep. Going to park it on the apex. Crazy Joe also getting pushed wide. Abhi is going to go round and go down the inside. Will Akash think of a move? No, he's just going to stick behind the pair of them, just showing that he's ready to pounce if at all. Lo and behold, they've closed the door on each other. Akash going to go around the inside, but Abhi has been squeezed and he's spun out. He's held it luckily, but he is the big loser here. Akash cutting the track into turn 4, or was that turn 3? I'm not too sure. But Crazy Joe now moves up into P9. Monish Banga with that damage trying to limp away, but not able to because of the sheer pace that these guys have in between. They're fighting, yes, but they've also got the pace to quickly come back into it. Crazy Joe has some good amount of ERS, little higher than Monish Banga, so he will definitely be with a chance to get into P8. Yeah, definitely possible.
Yeah, absolute mad battle between those 4 cars there. As we see Akash using all his overtake and trying to go down the inside of this flat right-hander, and gets the move done on move. Crazy Joe.
Completely caught Crazy Joe napping. They're just conserving his ERS. But will Crazy Joe think of this as a strategic move? You know what? I know you're done. Just give me a little more time. We've got 2 laps to go in this French Grand Prix. Little bit of oversteer moment, not going to help his case. Definitely the gap is increasing right now. I think Abhi has damage. Can you confirm?
Yeah. No. Yep, he does have. No, he doesn't have any damage. I think he just lost it.
But yeah, 3 cars going in, 2 laps to go. Monish Banga a little bit out of ERS. Akash now moves up into P9. Crazy Joe with the highest amount of ERS, but third person in a DRS train. Not the best position to be in. Akash gets another 3 seconds. Now that's not helping his case at all. But so close to Monish Banga. Will he dive down the inside this time around? He's going to use the DRS down the line because he has to think a little bit of the long game here. We got 1 more lap. If he does go out in front, he's going to be the leading car and will have to push in the final lap of the Grand Prix, using a little bit of the ERS just a sip, just to get a little closer. Abhi getting another 3 seconds, and so does Faizan, but so what, because Akash is going to go down the outside. Nope, things are about to switch back. Manish Banger heavily has a big issue here because of that damage. But Crazy Joe just walking, just waiting. He's got 35 while the rest of them have under 10%. So I'm expecting great things from him in the last lap. But in the front, wait, I can't, like, this is too good of a battle to skip out on. Abiferello in P1, no penalties, way out, smash the park, 8 seconds gap to P2, who is Harry Rocks. Unfortunately, Harry Rocks has more penalties, so he will move into P3. But Freeze in P3, fantastic result for him. Moving up the field along with RB Ferrello, probably will end up in P2. But Shroud, awesome comeback drive, made the right call with the soft tires, unlike the two Alpha Tauri boys. But Crazy Joe now, he's got one last attempt, he's got 30%, he's cut the track just to show that this is the time to go and push. But will he be able to use it in this last lap? Both of them are, oh wait, Manish Banga's got slightly bit more. But this is the time, ladies and gentlemen. Let's stay on board with this Williams driver and see how he navigates through the two drivers. Time to deploy all of his ERS. Let's go.
Yep, we'll be ready to see if Akash can get the move on Monish. He is closing using that DRS, but he's in two minds there whether to go down the inside or outside. But switches
should think
to
about
the
the
outside,
switchback right now. Oh, yeah. Loses a lot of traction there. That's definitely going to hurt his case. He was very close. Avi Ferrello crosses the line, wins the Grand Prix, and Harry Rocks comes in P2, but drops to P3 because of freeze. We're going to have to switch back onto the battle in the front. We've got 30% ERS in Crazy Joe, but I don't think he's got enough, or he's got any place to use that, and I think he's going to opt against it. Akash got 2 corners left. Will he just send one down the inside in the last corner? Doesn't look to be the case because he's got 6 tenths and 1 corner to go. Let's wait and find out.
Yep, I think he is just a bit too far back, and they will finish as it is, and Munish Banger crosses the line ahead of Akash, ahead of Crazy Joe, but Crazy Joe jumps them as he had lesser penalties, and Monish and Akash drop down to P9 and P10 respectively. And finally we have IRC Abhi crossing the line in P11, and Evil Dog having that unfortunate incident in lap 1, also switching to the mediums, which was the wrong tire to switch to, crosses the line in P12, and Scary Pumpkin, who unfortunately left the race, is the last person to finish.
Wow, what a race! That was close battle through and through. Expected nothing less from the closest pack that we've ever had in IRC. Avi Ferrello in that Red Bull, dominating performance throughout the season, takes the top step here at Lake Castellet. Freeze now with those fewer penalties in P2, BK19 in P3. Oh wow, okay, 17 seconds for Harry Rocks has deported him down to P4. That's not good news. Shroud, a fantastic drive from the reserve driver. I know he put up a great fight, but just because of those penalties, he did fall down the order as well into P5. Rambo in P6. Monk, quiet little race in P7. Crazy Joe getting the better of Munish Bangar and Akash in P9 and P8 with the fewer penalties, but unfortunately was not able to get it on track. P10, P11, Abhi. P12, a very quiet race for Evil Dog. Faizan in P13, Scary Pumpkin. He will definitely fall down the order a little bit more, probably P16 or P17 because of that disconnection. Avi unfortunately lost out. He must have rage quitted for a reason that we will probably figure out a little later. Death Hunter losing it somewhere in the middle of the track. I can't really remember. Deepak Raj also rage quitting. IRC Rand, classic death, you know it. We've seen it 1,000 times, done it, happened once again. Chicken, P19, just, wrong place, wrong time. It is what it is, and I'm last, so that's good to see. Just quickly going through the race director for future reference. Man, focus through the race, man. Like, I'm all out of words because the sheer number of battles on track. Great racing from the pair. I mean, this is what I came here to see. Wouldn't you agree?
Yep, very exciting race. Amazing battles as well. And as we am trying to get all the podium sitters into the voice channel.
What? Can you hear me?
Whew, man. I need a breather from that. So much shoutcasting. Not good for your throat. But a lot of incidents, exceeded track limits, collisions, DSQs, not DSQs, DTs, the works, all of it, front wing changes, all of it in lap 1. You gotta love to see it. France brought out a lovely little race just like last season. But yeah, awesome stuff.
Yep, we have our race winner and P3 in the VC right now. I'm trying to get our P2 finisher Freeze. So if you can carry on with the questions.
Freeze, mate, how was your race? Walk us through it.
Oh, Freeze is not here.
Oh, my
BK
bad.
and RB.
I thought Freeze was in. Who is in with us? Let me just get Freeze real quick. I am getting. Just give me one moment. We are in the commentary VC, aren't we? I can't find that. Oh, there it is. Who was the other guy?
Everyone are here.
Okay, everyone's here.
Freeze.
Awesome. Alright, let's start with P3. BK19, are you with us? Can you hear me?
Yeah, bro.
How was your race, mate? Wow, so much action, battling with Rambo, battling with your own teammate, battling with Shroud. Whew, you didn't get 1 ounce of a break, did you?
It was really insane, man. Insane. I really didn't thought of finish up the race actually, because I was taking all over the track, and I was on a pad actually. So and it was a rain in the start. No one ever thought of it,
Right.
and I got a good start as usual. And then when the track get dry, I thought of uh, go with the medium tires and not the soft like other,
Right. Any particular
because
reason you thought
yeah
of that?
because I really want to push hard, and I know with on the France the tire degradation rate is high, I guess,
Uh-huh.
when I play actually. So I really want to push the last 7 or 8 laps, I guess, remaining.
Yep.
And if I go with the soft, I know I'm gonna smash my car at last lap maybe, because my tire are going to be red. I knew that, so I decided to go with the medium, and I think it paid off for me.
Yep, it definitely did. Podium for you. I mean, good
Yeah, I
stuff,
think.
man.
Yeah, it is. It is. Thank you for that. I don't. I thought the McLaren ahead has a 9 second penalty. I myself have a 6 seconds, so I'm trying to uh, keep in touch with him. So at the end, I know I'm going to get a fourth position, but surprisingly, I get the podium at the end.
Yep. That's fantastic to see, man.
Yeah,
Completely well deserved there. I mean, with the amount of battling you did all race long, this is a fantastic race president for you.
yeah. Thank you, man.
Yeah. Moving on to P2 Freeze. Are you with us?
Yes, I
Talk
am.
us through your race. It was topsy turvy one, battling with Harry Rocks a little bit, in clear air. But how was it for you?
Oh, it was pretty good. It's pretty good. So France has always been my forte because this is a race where I start to score points
Uh
at
huh.
every league. So it's been a good season, like both in BR and IRC, where I scored P2 and P2 over here as well.
Mm-hmm.
So it was pretty fun. Tough luck, and good racing with RB. I did a overcut, which helped me, but I had some glitches in my game where my screen freezes for half a second or something like that, where I lose 2 tenths, 3 tenths or something.
Oh boy.
So yeah, so I lost. I think the reason I came P3 is just because when I was in P1, I had a glitch for like what 7 6 seconds, and I fell like 10 seconds
Ah.
behind everyone.
Okay, so it was not a loss in traction, but just a game glitch which just teleported you
Uh,
behind them, huh?
yeah, it's not a game to be honest. It's my laptop for some reason, and it happens every race. So most of the reason if you see me spin is just because of the glitches.
Damn, that's unfortunate, man. Like, But I don't know how you live with that, but that's still a very very brave fight and a very very well deserved P2. Congratulations.
Yeah, cheers, man. Thank you.
Albi Ferrello, man of the hour, another great victory. How was your race, mate?
I have no words. The start was crucial, and I went from P8 to P2 like before turn one itself, and then a little bit of luck when Rant spun at lap 4, I guess, and then it was just I had to keep it clean. I had a good battle with Freeze when he undercut me, but then I knew he had 6 seconds penalty, so
Well, at the end of it, there was no competition. I mean, you were just flying out in front, and with no penalties, it just like sealed the deal. So superb result, like top step, fastest lap, a smashing drive, great, great, and also like you start from the back, so I mean from the mid pack, so that was also a fantastic recovery drive from both you as well as Freeze. So congratulations to both of you, a fine drive.
thank you.
Thank you.
Alrighty then, that's about it from us in the commentary box. Eccentric and I had a fantastic race, and I hope you have too. We will, I think next week is a break for the F1 squad, so we're going to be chilling out, probably doing some invitational events. So definitely be sure that we're going to have a lovely little time next week, weekend around. We've got round 14 in Barcelona in ACC next time around, so definitely tune in for that. The championship is sealed, but the battle for P2 and P3 is still very, very close, so definitely tune in then. Until then, it's been your host. Oh, wait, I'm not your host anymore. I'm just your lovely little streamer, Couple A6 and Eccentric, signing out. Stay safe. See you next time. Bye bye.
Bye bye.